Alright, no time to play a game. Welcome back, King Zeph here, back with another video for you guys. Happy Wednesday. This is a long one, guys. This is going to be the case opening. And actually, what did I do with that box? Sorry. Stepping out of frame here. Because I partially did not prepare or prepared. Actually, I did prepare, but I also kind of didn't prepare for this. We have the case opening for Chaos Origins, which you can clearly see is 12 booster boxes of Chaos Origins, aka one full case, or 288 packs. I did open it to save time because the last time I did a case opening, which was for Rarity Collection 5, I had it sealed. Then I spent like an hour opening it and mixing the packs up and all the other stuff. So I actually skipped a lot of steps, got the packs open. They're all on my desk so I can get this thing going as soon as possible. And hope to God, I can open these packs up in under an hour. So we're gonna see how that whole thing goes. I don't want this video to be as long as that one was because that one's dreadfully long, but also there's a lot more uniqueness in Rarity Collection. So it was the first set with full arts, seeing all the different rarities, seeing the different stamp cards, blah, 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 blah. So it's all that other fun stuff. So the only thing we're excited for is the ratios because we already opened this. We already opened a booster box and we already opened the token boxes. So we have this, the 50 blister packs, which is in a box further back over there. And then we have Blister versus Boosters, which I am really excited for. That's going to close out the week. That's going to close out the video series of Blister versus Boosters. I'm going to do that one last. And yes, I want to see how that one pans out because with the addition of the full arts, that's going to add a whole new tier to Blister versus Boosters and also a new way of doing things, especially when it comes to gauging which one has better pulls. So before we get this thing going, of course, for all the new subscribers or the new viewers, welcome. My name is King Zeph. This is my channel on Time and Exchange with my brothers and my sister. They kind of pop in and pop out sporadically. If you like seeing gaming content, Yu-Gi-Oh, music, TCG stuff, and random rants and pop culture stuff, hit that subscribe button. Do me a favor. We're on a goal to hit 850 subscribers as we slowly climb up to the 1,000 subscriber mark. And then, of course, for all the returning subscribers and everybody, welcome back. If you haven't hit that button already and you're returning, hit that subscribe button and do me a favor. And then last bit of business before I get cracking open, I have to give a big shout out to Hobbyville because without Hobbyville, I would not have been able to purchase all of this product or let alone buy this case. They actually start for the first time in a long time. They actually did a pre-order on cases. I didn't participate in that. I was a little late to that party, but I spent roughly the same amount of money. So of course, Hobbyville is one of the biggest affiliates of the channel. I buy most of my TCG stuff there online. They're a Canadian company. They have a brick and mortar store there. But if you're in the US, they do not charge sales tax and all orders $175 and up qualify for free shipping. So check them out. There's links in the bio below. And if you are a first time purchaser, you can use the promo code NT2E. You'll see it right down below my hand that is waving in front of nothing for me at the moment, but you'll see the nice little icon with the promo code. It's just NT2E. Saves you 5% off on your very first purchase, as well as it helps the channel because as you buy stuff using that affiliate link, they give us a little bit of that money and I use that money to buy packs and everything, which actually about 25% of this case was thanks to you guys. A lot of you guys for the past couple months have been really blowing up the affiliates. So I really appreciate all of that. And I would not recommend anything without actually personally using it. I don't like recommending things that I don't co-sponsor or wouldn't use myself. So the fact that they've been around for a long time and I stand by them and I use them pretty much to take care of all of my TCG needs for these videos, it means a lot to me personally. So I love them. Check those guys out. It helps out the channel. And then of course, the more you purchase, it helps the channel. So that way I can purchase more product for you guys, as well as do more future giveaways in the future. We are going to do another giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So without further ado, let's get these things open. We're going to go through this as much as I possibly can because I'm looking for a particular full art card and we'll see how many we get out in the case. So let's go. Chaos Origins. I am excited. There's a whole bunch of cards that they still need out of the set, but I'm probably going to pull them all in here. I'm definitely going to pull the Ultras out of here, no problem. So I'm not even going to really focus so much on that as much. But we'll see how those ratios kind of go. Of course, there. I think I pulled all the Angelic cards I needed. Oh, I still need E4s. I forgot. Because all the E4s I had, I gave to my buddy at my locals. So yes, I need E4s for myself personally. I'm just like, oh wait. I'm like, I need them. Yeah, everything Angelic because I knew I wasn't gonna pull everything I needed out of one booster box because I actually would have been, well, you're not gonna pull a play set of the same rarity outside of a common or a super out of a booster box. So just like the ultra rares and the secrets and stuff like that, you're not going to pull duplicates out of one booster box. So the he was just like, hey, I need this. Celtic Mystic. This is a Starlight rare we already pulled. So yeah, so all of that stuff, I gave it to him for locals during the premiere event. And then I did some research on the deck and how to use the Angelica cards. So of course I started using them a little bit more. So now I need them, but fortunately they're not super expensive. And I think I pulled all of them for the exception. This is my second copper Shantagra, which is the king or the queen. Somebody please tell me if this is the king or the queen. But yeah, that's gonna be on that one. But yeah, I pulled that one out of the token box. So I actually have one of those already. But yeah. I gave them all to him, so now I need my own copies and play sets and stuff like that. So I believe the only copy, he asked for another E4 if I pull another one, and I need a play set of E4s personally. So and we're gonna see how that whole thing goes. If I get a bunch of them, sure. Second ultra rare, pulled 2 ultras back to back. Hideout in the Sky, Column, which is going to be for the Blitzclick archetype, or Blitzcreet. Is it Blitzcreet or Blitz? I forgot. Was it yeah, Blitzclick. I have the Surge Secret Rare right on my right side, so it's kind of funny. I'm like, oh yeah, I never moved it. He's still sitting there right there, just chilling. Invoke Baron, and we have another, so 3 ultras back to back. Invocation Sword. So we're almost at 1 booster box worth of ultra rares. And this is actually kind of hilarious because of how I mix these up. Well, like, I just literally just dumped all the boxes, mixed them up as best as I could, and then just stacked them in any random order. So fortunately, we're going to probably see just like a wide variety of rarities and maybe some clumping in some areas and others not so much. So we'll see how that whole thing goes. But we have 288 packs to crack open. And maybe next time I do one of these case openings, I'll do a live stream. I'm like, what's this? Is that something shiny? I was like, nope, it's not. I almost forgot. Another hidden in the Sky Column, so we're getting duplicate ultras now, which is even funnier. Yeah, I was thinking about live streaming this originally, and then I'm like, I don't have the time for this right now. And actually, if, you know what, to be honest, if I would have gotten this case on time like I should have, I probably would have live streamed this, because I was supposed to have had it before 4th of July. Thank you, FedEx, for screwing this up, because it was ready for me to pick up. But the FedEx app and the delivery notes said that there was a issue with the delivery, and that they would update me in the future. So I'm expecting them to notify that my order is ready for pickup. They didn't tell me. I had to go in the details, and then when I looked in the details, I was like, oh yeah, it's been ready since Thursday. So yeah, this video is a little on the late side. Second Sacred Beast, Raviel, the Lord of the Phantasms. So we pulled you both. Was that Uriah? Yes, that's Uriah. We got Uriah and Raviel back to back. This is kind of funny how these are kind of getting back to back. I'm just like, yeah, the packs are mixed up, but I'm pulling stuff back to back to back to back. Still no secret rare yet, which I'm okay with. It's perfectly fine. And then, oh my God. Ask and you shall receive secret rare Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos. This is, 1, the cover card. 2, in terms of the art, the most badass looking card in the entire set, and this is the card I definitely want. This is the full art I want. Of all the full arts, this is the one I want the most. I actually want both of them for BLS and that one, but I definitely needed that card, so check one off the list. First secret rare happens to be the one secret rare I desperately needed and wanted. Card's not super expensive, it's relatively cheap now because, the pre-sales have kind of calmed down and the market has been flooded, so the card's only like under 10 bucks. And that's fine with me. I'm like, I expected it, but the full art version is definitely a lot more. I think the ultra full art is like 75 or 80 bucks. And then of course the Starlight one is like 600. I think the last time I looked at it, the Starlight one is going to be astronomical because I don't even know what the ratios for that one is. If I was a betting man, I would say the Starlight full art is 1 in every 2 cases. We'll actually be able to kind of see, we'll partially be able to see that. The only way I could tell you confidently is if I would order more than 1 case, which I was not going to do. So if we pull 1 in this case, it'll just be luck. But, that's what I'm assuming. If we don't pull 1, then I'm going to say it's probably 1 in every 2. So that'll kind of be the telltale of that one. It's just like, if we get 1, Possessed Wind, if we get 1, then we'll be like, okay, it's probably 1 in every 2. Or we just got really lucky, or if we don't, then we can say it's 1 in every 2. So somehow, some way, the logic will work itself out. it'll figure itself out somehow, some way. But nice secret rare Chaos Magical hat. So this is like the 10,000 copy of that from me on that side. Don't need another copy of that one. So the only issue I hate about having all these packs in front of me is just like, what pile do I pick? I'm just like reaching, trying to keep them as balanced as I possibly can. I thought I saw something shiny. One thing I do like about the new Starlights though, is that because they have that the rainbow foiling around the edges now, they pretty much stick out like a sore thumb. They stuck out originally, but they stick out more now than they used to. So we'll probably see it the second we come across our first one. And actually in a Starlight rare, I really don't care about the Starlights that much. It would be nice to get a Starlight Black Chaos. It'll be nice. Not counting on it. Purification of Power Patron, a card. I already pulled one of those already. I'm like, did I need that? No, I already had it. But yeah, it's just like, I kind of just want to hopefully get Starlights that are decent money, because I don't like, you know, it's nice pulling them and it's nice having them, but I don't like playing with them. So I end up just generally selling them. Grain Blitzkrieg, I don't recall even pulling that once. So it's actually kind of nice seeing that one. But yeah, for all of the super high rarities, if it's the ones I want, then I'll put it in the binder or I'll get it graded. And then as for the ones that I really don't care for, because like I said, they're nice to pull, I'll either trade them up or I'll sell them. So that's generally how I handle those. So if I pull a Starlight that I don't need, like Celtic Guard, which I already have, I'm more than likely just gonna trade it or sell it. I think right now it's like 35 or 40 bucks. So not bad. And of course, there's still a bunch of cards I need to, like, I'm on the chase for and need to like get my hands on. So if I can use it as leverage to get stuff that I need, I will 100% do so. But otherwise, I'll just sell it. Martyr the Sacred Beast, I think we have a playset of those already, but if not, I was one away from needing it. So that one's nice on that side. Going on, we still haven't seen our second secret rare yet. So we've seen a booster box worth for Ultras so far, which 2 of them are duplicates, and only 1 secret rare so far. So knowing me and how I mix stuff up, come on, focus. Emmy Blitzkrieg, that's a new one. Knowing how I shuffle packs, and if you guys have been watching all of the other previous pack videos, you'll either see that my hits are either at the very top or they're at the very bottom. So sometimes all of my hits like to be at the bottom, so that way it's like last pack magic. They kind of stick out and it's just nice. So yeah, uh-oh. This is a full art, this is a full art. Okay, it's not a Starlight, but it is a full art. First full art out of a setting of it. You know what, I'm gonna go, let's do the pack trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4, yes. Okay, yeah, let's do the pack trick for this one. First full art, okay, come on, there's only 5. And then the full art is, oh, not that one. Twilight Spectre. Let's go! Oh yes, this is the one I wanted. Let's fucking go, oh yes! First full art out of this set, and it's the Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos. Oh my God, where is, I gotta have purple in here somewhere. Give me 2 moments. I know I have purple. I don't have purple sleeves left. That's blue. Come on. Where are you? Aha! I said, nope. We need to put these in. We need to put these in luxury. I'm just like, I haven't cracked this bad boy open in a while. I was like, nope. We need to do you right. Do you right for certain. Opening up a fresh pack of these bad boys. You're going ahead and put it in you. So yes, you need to go right in here immediately. Oh my goodness, slide you in right there. Oh, nice. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious. I love the art of this card, and the full art makes this thing pop out like nobody's business. This is amazing. This is definitely one of the full arts I wanted. If I pull a Starlight full art and it's this, you know what? I might have a noise complaint. So we already pulled 2 of these, one in the secret and one in the ultra full art. So let's see. There's 1. Don't know how many full arts we're gonna get out of here. But let's see which other ones we get. Let's see if we can just give it this pair. Let's see if we can get BLS with it. If I pull that and BLS in the same case, then we're good. Sacred Beast Release, that's definitely something I haven't seen in a minute. But yeah, if we pull that and BLS in the same case is goated. Which my odds are kind of high because there's only 5 of them. So there's only 5 full arts. So I think if I'm taking a good guess, S-Force Mystic. I'm gonna guess we're gonna at least get 2 or 3, maybe. We'll see. So if we're gonna get around 3 of them, then that means that the odds of me pulling the other one are kind of high. So we'll see how that whole thing goes. Ritual Light and Darkness, and then another Chaos Magical Hats, and then followed by the rest of that. I'm still surprised I have yet to see any real secrets yet. We've only seen 1 secret rare. We haven't seen many of them. I know we're only supposed to see a total of like, was it 24? Yeah, supposed to see 24 of them total. So they're probably well shuffled in here. Another Grain Blitzcreet, followed by the Foolish Trap Hole. And let's pull from you. I said, yeah. I said, nah, I had to go ahead and get that nice and sleeve in there. I said, yeah. If we pull a Starlight Overframe, then and it's Dark Chaos, we're good. I'm not even gonna sell it. Like my thing is, what I'm doing is like from the full arts I pulled in Rarity Collection. I sold the Super Poly. Super Poly I sold because it was like 350 bucks when I sold it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna play this. But the Ultra Rare I kept. I'm going to grade. I think I'm gonna grade all of the full arts. I'm probably gonna I'm gonna do my best to collect as many of them I can and buy the ones that I don't have, and just have them all in slabs for my personal collection, because I'm not gonna play them. Like I want to look at them. I want them to look pretty. Like I said, it's already shiny and gorgeous looking cardboard, so I'm like, I want to keep it that way, so I'm not going. There's Amon, took you long enough. I've seen Uriah and a bunch of times. But yeah, I definitely don't. I'm not putting that in the deck. I'm not gonna play it just for the flex. Yes, it looks cool in the deck, but no, I'm gonna be collecting these, so I'm gonna either slab them or put them in a binder. I'm probably gonna more than likely put them in slabs. And there's BLS, not the full art, but BLS. Second secret rare, so we finally pulled a booster box worth of that. So we pulled both the BLS and the Magician of Black Chaos. Both cards I desperately needed for those decks. They're one of, so I don't really need more than 1 copy of them. Now, the fun part is pulling the 3 Black Chaoses we need for the deck. So that's gonna be the next fun part. So we have a lot of packs to open. We only pull literally 2 of the 24 secret rares we can get. There's another Chaos Mystic. Do I have a Summon Skull already? I think I have 1. If not, I hope I pull one. That'd be hilarious. I'm like, I did not see 1 Summon Skull. I already have 2 Garifos. I have the secret rare from the premiere event, and I have a ultra rare. Hopefully I get 2 more ultras, because I kind of don't want to use the secret. If I have to use the secret, I will. That's not that big of a deal, concerning the fact that it was a premiere prize. Speaking of, I didn't even see how much that card was going for, the secret rare version of it. I don't think anybody listed them. I'll double check that after the video, because I know the secret rare version of it tends to cost a little bit more. It's not like it's going to be like super expensive, but it generally costs a little bit more on that side. And there's Raviel again. We're seeing a lot of repeating supers and not many of the ones that we're kind of looking to find, but that's okay. Still no Starlight rare. I'm kind of surprised. Well, I mean, not really that surprised. All right, there's another Ultra. So the Phantom Beast, the Phantom Knights of the Decayed Cloak. So Phantom Knight support. Really don't care about Phantom Knights that much. I think this isn't, what is it? When did Phantom Knights come out? I think 2012-ish? Phantom Knights would have came out with XYZ. So I think, yeah, it's maybe around 2012. I said Phantom Knights weren't Synchros. They were XC's monsters. So they were that on that side. So yeah, they should have came out around 2012. So yeah, it's not 2012 anymore. But who knows? There might be some nice combos and goo you can use with Phantom Knights. But in terms of like a full deck, and it's just like, oh, let's make Phantom Knights relevant again. It's just like, no, we're not doing that. Okay, what do we got at the edge? We got a Sacred Beast Release, and I don't know. Yeah, they're having a print quality issue, because these foils, like, they look weird. It's like they're just a different shade. Unless like some of these are supposed to look ancient, but they all have a different shade than they usually do. So like if I look at a common, because this super rare is like faded out and darker at the same time. So like I can show it better. It's like you see these two cards, like this is like a brighter color and this is like faded, but all of the foils look that way. So you know, Konami's quality control for the TCG is not great. Oh, there's another Angelic Shangri, so another one of those. But yeah, their quality control for the US print Yu-Gi-Oh is not great. Their print quality for Euro is way better, and then of course OCG is king in terms of print quality for the cards themselves. So, but yeah, TCG we kind of get a bunch of weird stuff. Like I think it's maybe just like either this machine's not primed or they're trying to change the formulas to try to improve the quality, but in the process is making them worse. I don't know what's going on, but like I know they had an issue with the print quality, I think in Phantom Revenge with like the Cool Toon stuff. And then I heard Battle of Legends didn't look great. I didn't even open Battle of Legends. Ragged Records of the Rights is definitely a card I needed, but once again, I said it's just super faded. I give it credit, like for a card named Ragged Records of the Rights, the card looks ragged. It looks old. The card looks a little ragged, but in a way it kind of gives the card some character, but at the same time it's just like, dude, Konami, what are you doing? It's like, what are you guys doing? You guys are really doing bad with this print quality on these cards. If I wanted to be really petty, it's just like Pokemon would never, which is kind of true. I don't think, I know other than like miscuts and the occasional misprints, I don't think Pokemon has that problem in terms of print quality. So I'm moving some of these ultras out of some of these commons out of the way. Oh boy, yeah, this video is already like almost 20 minutes deep, and I don't think I'm halfway through these packs. I don't even think I'm quarter through these, and I still haven't found a Starlight rare, which is kind of funny. I'm like, okay, we're pulling stuff. Just I don't know. Another Blitzkrieg breakaway. Okay, follow that. We're just gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep this thing moving. If I can get this done, let's set a realistic number. If I can get this done in under an hour and a half, I'll feel like I've done something. I would feel like I've accomplished something important. Finally, another secret rare, the Hyper Invoked Axion. This is the Invoked Alistair, the Invoked support. I think that card is decent. I've heard that card is decent. I don't know how well the deck performs. I know Alistair Invoke is a very annoying deck to begin with, and me and him have some really bad blood in Master Duel, because that was one of the couple decks when I got back into the game that I was running into. There's a Mind Shuffle, finally one of those. So yeah, I'm like, me and Alistair have some beef. Not so much anymore because, you know, Alistair the Invoked isn't that great of a deck anymore. But I think it's probably gonna be better with that, so we'll see. We'll see how Master Duel fades out when they eventually put those cards in Master Duel. Which is gonna, like I said, I don't think we're gonna see a set change in Master Duel until after Worlds, or at least after the WCQ. We'll probably see it'll be in the WCQ. They might release a set in a couple weeks, right before Worlds, probably. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to time it out. It's either they're going to do it before Worlds, during Worlds, or after Worlds. And there's a Black Chaos. There we go. That's another, which is kind of funny. Black Chaos almost looks the same. It's like Black Chaos, and then you have Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos. So it's like they're the same card. Just one's a ritual, one's not. But this is definitely a card that is needed, 110%. So there's one. We need three. That card's $60 currently, or 65. I think the low side is $60, but I think its average is around 65. So definitely a card we needed. I need three of them, because it is a starter in the deck and is very powerful. Zena's the Deceiving Doll's Maiden. There's another copy of that. That card is going to be decent. Not right now, but in the future. It's probably going to be the next future banned Link monster. Because it's basically just a Foolish Burial. It's a Link 5 Foolish Burial. And I forgot what the second effect does, but it's not too bad. But yeah, that card is going to be, it's, like I said, it's currently in the meta, not great. Not really doesn't have its use cases, but soon it will have it. And that's a big thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes cards come out and they're just like, okay, they're here, it's okay. But then and another couple sets, another couple formats, card becomes busted all of a sudden. Cause I look at Doom Z. Doom Z was just like, this is cool kind of, but it's not great. And then it got an extra spell card or two, and then next thing you know, Doom Z is like, oh, it's a tier 1 deck. It's not a tier 0, but it's like, that's a tier 1. So I was like, okay, well, cool. Good for you. Glad I bought those cards while they were low, while they were cheap, because they did shoot up in price. I didn't actually see how big they just shot up in price, but I did hear that they shot up in price. I bought all of them when they were like nothing, when nobody was looking for them. Everybody's just trying to get rid of them. So I paid like I think the most amount of money I spent on the Doom Z card was like $5. That was the funny thing in the world. I'm just like, oh, I'll just get a playset of everything. I don't need a playset of everything, but I just bought it because it was just like, you know what? This is a cool looking archetype. It might be good in the future. That's when the Power Patrons were first coming out, and it's like Art Mage was the best of them. Elf Note Hedden came out, and then Doom Z came out. Doom Z was crafty, but Doom Z wasn't that great. So of course that changed. But Art Mage is still good, but ooh, Summoner of the Sacred Beast. Definitely don't even think I pulled one of those yet at all. Basically one of the starters for that. Basically it's the creator, but for the Sacred Beast. So yeah. So I know I bought all the Art Mage stuff when it was pretty cheap, or cheaper, and then definitely made sure I picked up Medius, because I think when I looked at my receipt, and it was just like Medius, I had spent literally $4 a copy when I bought it, and then of course when Doom Z got its support and Elf Note came out, I think Medius shot up to like $15 or something like that. I think I might be wrong, but I know it definitely shot up quite a bit. It went from being like nothing to quite costly. And there's the E4. There we go. Angelica opening the E4. Need a couple of those. Hopefully if I can pull 4 of them, I can get the other one to my homeboy, who's in need of a 34. If not, that card I think is like $10. It's relatively cheap. Just like, hey bro, you just have to buy one. Sorry. I'm like, as I said, I got a playset for me. I didn't get one for you. So unfortunately, there's Skull Archfiend. Thank goodness. I'm like, I was gonna get worried. I'm like, I have not seen one of them yet. Okay, we're still gonna keep this thing going and cooking. But yeah, now I gotta actually do some research. Well, I already started doing some research. Up, and I think there's our first Starlight. Thank God. Whew. First Starlight rare. Jesus Christ, I almost gave it away. And you know what? Let me do a pack trick on this too. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. Hold on, I'll screw that up. I'm not gonna do that every single time. If I see another full art, I'll probably do it. But yeah, for the Starlight, we'll see which our first Starlight rare is out of here. All right, and our first I love the card is the same as a full art. All right, first Starlight rare of the case is Chaos Magical Hats. Not a bad one. Definitely a cool looking one, but yeah, extra shiny with the lacquer top on top of it and everything. So there we go. Out of that, there's our first Starlight rare, Chaos Magical Hats. Don't know how much that card costs. I think it's only like 20 or 30 bucks. It's shouldn't be that expensive at all. Like, is this a spell card? Is it Pot of Sloth? Because if it's Pot of Sloth, we're good. He's like, if I do end up pulling a Starlight rare Pot of Sloth, that card is being sold immediately. I think that card's like 125 bucks currently for the Starlight rare version. Oh yeah, so that one's gone. Bye-bye immediately. There's still some ultra rares and stuff that I still need that I haven't seen yet, which I'm kind of surprised at so far, but we're still digging through this box. We're gonna be digging through this for a little bit. I figured I just would have seen some more ultra rares by now, because with them being 4 per box, that means there's going to be 48 of them. So, maybe not. I saw a decent chunk starting out, so we're gonna keep going and see how far we get. Another Martyr of the Sacred Beast. Nice to see you on there. I might need to start working on this pile on the left side a little bit, because it looks like I'm being more friendly to the right than I am the left. So we're gonna keep it going. Is that another Starlight? It's not. Okay. I'm like, I said it should kind of stick out, but at the same time, my lighting kind of deceives me a little bit from time to time. I can look in the corner and see like a speckle, but also like because of how they printed these, all of the foils have like a little glow on their edges. So it's not a big one, but it's like a more shinier lacquer on the edges, so I can kind of see them a little bit better. But we're just gonna keep things cooking on that one. There's Chaos Magical Hats. There's another copy of that, the standard version. We just pulled that in the highest rarity in the Starlight rare. Let's see. I wonder what the next Starlight rare is gonna be. Like I said, the outside of the full art, the money makers are going to be, what was it? Yeah, Black Chaos and Pots. Those are the two that cost the most. That aren't full arts. The full arts, all of them. Well, I think Phantasmal Beast is the cheapest of them, but I think even that one's still like over $100 because it's just harder to pull. Crackle Blitzkrieg, there's another secret rare. Finally, another secret out of the group. Crackle, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Last time I looked, and I know I didn't actually do any real research around them. Last time I saw, I think the Blitzkrieg stuff focused on destruction. It's like they got effects of blowing themselves up or other cards being blown up. I didn't look into the full strategy, but from what I saw, a little bit of gameplay, like it was just like, oh, I'm going to use this effect to pop it or pop itself, and then something else triggers because of the destruction. So they do stuff. How viable of a deck it's going to be, don't really know, but people are kind of playing it. It's national season, so everybody's experimenting with the last couple originals. And there's another chaotic Phantasmal Sacred Beast, the new Armor Tail, which is the Sacred Beast Fusion. Second copy of that one. First copy out of the case is the second copy that I pulled in its entirety. Yeah, I think of all the full arts, that's the cheapest one. That or Witness, because I know Phantasma is up there. Phantasma's not super high, but she's a third because it's basically DMOC, BLS, and then Phantasma are the three top full arts, and then followed by Witness and the Sacred Beast. Can't speak. Finally, another copy of that. I'm surprised I'm just seeing that now. Okay, I'm starting to see this come down a little bit. As I look at the mountain of packs sitting in front of me, I wonder how much longer. How many more packs am I going to have to open before I see anything of desire? Raviel, Phantasm. Fortunately, I'm just skipping most of the pack because, like I said, we've opened this already. A lot of you guys already seen a lot of the commons and stuff like that, and plus we have previous videos for that, so you can always go back and look at those and see them in their glory. And then another purification of the Power Patron. But yeah, it looks like I did a real good job mixing these packs up because I'm not seeing a whole lot of mixture in like the higher rarity cards. Like it's pretty balanced. I'm seeing a lot of super rares. And then like, it's just like the next one, it's just like, aha, here's a secret. So my lucky hands did a good job shuffling everything, which I will take gladly. I'm going to move another pile of these out of the way momentarily. Another Crown Crew Destrius. Let me do that now before that becomes a problem. Give me 2 seconds just to get the bulk out of the way. I did not. One flaw that I definitely made for the second time is that I did not plan where to put all the common bulk. I could have made a second table or something on the side to move it out of the way, but I have stuff around me that I can place stuff and get it out of the way, so that way I have some room. Plus, it only took me a second, and you guys can still hear me because my mic is strapped to my t-shirt. Advantage of using wireless mics, you can just move around and do stuff and not be restricted by a microphone being right in front of your face, which I like both options. It's just a matter of, it just helps. Alrighty, let's keep it going here. Another Chaos Magical Hats. Alrighty, get this duffel bag of empty packs right next to me. And then another ultra rare, finally. So we've seen another ultra. It's another copy of the Phantom, what is it? The Phantom Knights. That the Cade, whatever its name is. Also, don't mind the WWE title in the back. Shout out to CM Punk because he's the new WWE champion again. For all the wrestling marks, wrestling fans that happen to also play Yu-Gi-Oh or happen to peep it in the background. Yes, CM Punk won the title. I need to get a side plates. I still have not bought them. I've been cheap. But I think WWE's shop doesn't even sell them right now. I don't know what they're doing. There's like they rotate out their side plates seasonally. So I don't know what's going on with that. So whenever they become available again, I have to buy them. But I also need to get the Senate belt to get customized and all this stuff. Astrozama Urania. Screens went black. Yeah, I saw that card. What was that? In the booster? Yeah, the booster bundles. The token boxes. And that card actually isn't that bad in terms of the effect. I don't know how well it's going to work in practice, but I read the effect of it. There's another Invoker Sword, so there's another copy of that. So now we're starting to see the ultras come out. All right, cool. But yeah, like I read the effect, and the effect isn't that bad. In practice, how well it's going to work being used, that's a different situation. So we'll see on that one. Then we got another full art. Yep, there we got another one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep, I see another full art. All right, which one is this one going to be? I can see the extra foiling on the borders. So we did pull another full art finally. So there's number 2. All right, and the next full art card is Ritual Light of Dark. Survey says, Witness. Oop, about to drop it. Witness of the Ancients. This card looks badass too. This is a really nice full art as well. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna give it a different color sleeve if I can find one. I don't see what I did with that other pack of sleeves. Did I move them? I probably did something goofy and stupid with them, or they're actually, oh no, they're underneath this thing, and yeah, I don't feel like moving it. So we're just gonna give you the same old sleeve that the Magician is under. We'll give you a purple one. I was gonna put it under a white one. But yeah, second full art, Witness of the Ancients, which is really, really nice. You need to pull a regular version of that one. I haven't seen the regular version of that card yet. So maybe that'll be the next upcoming, I think the card's an ultra. It should be an ultra. Yeah, I remember, so it's not a secret, so it should be an ultra. So let's see if we can pull it next. Survey says the next is Alistair the Remnants. I think the second copy of this pull. So it's another secret rare. We pulled a higher rarity card, which is nice, just not the one we're looking for. And haven't seen that many secret rares, which is okay. I mean, there's only 24, so there's only so many of them. And then another Melfi Rabbits out of that. Yeah, this middle pack is kind of just sticking up, staring at me funny, so I'm like, I'll grab you and see what we get. We still haven't seen another Starlight rare, which is kind of scary. Only seen one Starlight rare so far, which is a little worrisome, which also probably means they're at the bottom. Because, well, also the old ratios, you get a Starlight 1 in every 3 booster boxes, so you know, the fact we've only seen one is a little alarming. Ooh, yes, Annihilate Retrolight. Very powerful trap card. I need a play set of those. I know that card isn't that expensive right now either, but surprised the first time seeing it. I said somebody, well, like I said, the bulk of the cards that I think were, it's just weird. I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? I haven't pulled nowhere near the amount of the ratio that I'm supposed to be pulling yet. Ugh. The 3 Champions of the Sword Soul. Card, not bad. It's not a bad card. It's not. I don't like branded. I really don't like branded. I'm like, I would be very happy if I just didn't have to deal with branded ever. All right, next pack, next card. Another Annihilating Ritual Light. So there's 2. Well, can we go for the turkey? Let's go for the third one. That card is very devastating. It's a counter trap. That's the only downside to it, is that it's a counter trap. So I don't know. Melfi Rabbits. What it does is like it's a full-fledged like board wipe nuke. So I think it banishes everything. So like its effect is devastating. It's just, you know, the fact that you have to set it up is the problem. So like if you draw it and you go first, it's not too bad. But then of course if someone's playing a board breaker, then you're in for a bad time. There's another Summon of the Sacred Beast. Right or left? Let's go right. Like some things are kind of sticking up, some stuff is not. Still don't know how many packs I've opened so far. I'm slowly watching these piles come down. But another Melfi Rabbit is like, they're slowly coming down on me. So I'm starting to see like them dwindle a little bit. The more I see this Millennium sarcophagus and the Millennium puzzle that's on the left side and my speaker in the middle, I'll know that we're getting thicker into the weeds of where we're getting in the boxes. Survey says ME Blitzkrieg. I'll grab from you. Okay, we're hitting the 40-minute mark, so I think we're probably getting close to the halfway point. And another Celtic Mystic. I have not seen a Garifo. A Garifo is an ultra rare, so you know it'll pop up in there. But I have yet to see a Garifo. Once again, I'm a little alarmed, but at the same time, I know I haven't seen nowhere near the high rarity cards I'm supposed to see. There's another Mind Shuffle. This is really the second one I've seen. Of all these packs, I've only seen, yeah, there's only 2 Mind Shuffles. And actually, so these odds for some of these cards are kind of funny. And I'm dropping cards because I'm getting notifications galore on my phone. And then another Sword Soul. I'm like, it is like past midnight and I'm seeing all these notifications. I'm like, dude, can I just please? Let's see. Come on. Something good, something good. And Green Blitzkrieg. Another one of those. Well, at least I'm starting to see some more duplicates of some things. At least. We'll see how the rest of this goes. We already pulled a lot of stuff that we needed, so which is really nice. But I still need to see a couple other cards probably come up. And then Possess Sword Soul Wind. You're there. You. I'm over here just like choosing packs like I'm choosing Pokemon. We're trying to speed this up a little bit. And then an Arzo Wind Divine of the Law. We've seen a couple of these already. All right, come on. What is going to be the next decent card? Do we have another ME Blitzkrieg? Nothing crazy. Yeah, I shuffle these really good. I shuffle these really good because yeah, I'm like, I'm not seeing nothing. Everything is like ordinary. So that means all the heavy hitters, because I've only seen 1 Starlight rare. I would at least like to see a second one by now. But if they kept them a ratio of 1 per 3 boxes, then yeah, I'm not supposed to see another one anytime soon. There's another Summoner. I'm just actually just surprised. I'm just like, I'm expecting, I'm like, I should at least see one more a little bit more frequently. It's like, yeah, it's just because you shuffle the packs a particular way. And there's a 3rd copy of Mind Shuffle. So there, I'm starting to see some things that I thought I would see duplicates of a while ago. Trying to speed this up because I don't want this to be 2 hours long. I really do not. Survey says another Invocation Sword. So I think that's the 3rd copy of that. So good old for the Invoke players. I think that's like the new Invocation, or that helps get Invocation out or something. I forgot what that card does. Green Blitzkrieg. And moving on. I'm gonna listen to the sounds of everything and then the sounds of music. Survey says Uriah, Lord of Searing Flame. Keeping it going. He said we hit pretty big in the beginning. Now we've calmed down. We've chilled out a little bit. Blitzkrieg Breakaway, nothing crazy. He said we've relaxed. They say, hey, relax, chill. Enjoy these packs. Enjoy opening up all of this plastic and cardboard while you can. Because when you see something, another Blitzkrieg Breakaway, so 2 in a row, it's gonna be magical and fun and exciting and all the other good stuff that goes with it. Once again, I hope I can pull a Starlight Overframe. I doubt it. There's another Astrial Orzama. So another one of those. Like I said, that's the hope. Like I said, because it's just nice to see what the ratios actually really are. So far we've already pulled 2 Overframes. And then another one of these. So we're getting supers galore. I'll know I'm close to being done when I see the Sony logo on my speaker. Let's see, survey says S-Force. Okay, let's try to do a little bit of organizing over here so that way I have some space. Let's go over here. My packs are not balanced, so we're gonna see if we can balance them out as we go. And then we have another mind shuffle. All right, cool. Nothing crazy out of that. Continuing through the motion of this case opening. Also, if you guys are stuck around this long, I graciously appreciate you. Also, let me know in the comments what cards you're actually looking for out of the set, or like some of your favorite arts, or a bunch of other stuff, or just tell me how your day's going. I do reply. As I said, sometimes there's some comments I'll look at them like, all right, cool, and I'll like them, but for the most part, I do reply. Speaking of replying to comments, actually, I'm going to bring this up now. Actually, I was getting into a little bit of a conversation from the unpopular opinions video. There's another Skull Archfiend. Finally, nice to see another one of those. You know, somebody was like, you know, they were polite about it. I'm not going to say they were being rude, but they were very passionate on how they feel about the current state of gaming. And I am not one to shit on anybody's passions or understand them. I'm like, I made that series to actually have conversations with people and to either share my unpopular opinions or see who actually agrees with me and who disagrees with me, and then have a conversation about it. Ooh, Thea Realize, Plus Low, that's one of the Thea Realize cards in there. I don't even think that card's good right now. I think, or either that or it's good with Pure Power Patron. I'm surprised I'm seeing that for the first time now. I'm like, I forgot about that card. So, but yeah, somebody had replied to it. There's another Black Chaos. 2 down, 1 to go. Gotta see, like I said, everything is in the lower half of the case. Because if I stack these up properly, I think there's probably maybe 5 booster boxes left. We'll see how that whole thing goes. But back to the discussion. Another Invoke Sword. Seeing 10,000 of those. Yeah, it's like I was very passionate about it, and it was one of those things where we were having a disagreement on like the method of what people should be doing, or the fact is like I hate the idea when like the whole digital to physical debate has become like, if you're okay with it, then you're okay with the company just sticking it to you, and everybody's just like, oh, you're just taking it up the rear from the company and blah 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 blah. I'm just like, well, guys, no, it's just like, it's one of those situations where it's just like, what are you gonna do? And a lot of people were going, oh, they're lying, or they doctored the numbers so to be in their favor. And I'm just like, okay, guys, like, is that possible, and could that be true? Yes. But what I see, like I said, I see the numbers that Sony posted about their physical digital splits, regardless if it's doctored or not, or whatever method of. There's Garifo. Took you long enough. Hey, buddy. Jesus. Late but not great. Jesus. I'm like, I'm surprised I haven't seen one Garifo. I'm like, took you long enough to pop up out of here. Getting distracted because he finally showed up. But yeah. But like, even if, and there's another Phantasmal, so there's a playset of those. But like I say, even if they're doing that, so that's a number that they're giving out to the investors and all the other stuff. And then on top of that, like, they've already been like low-key plotting. There's the 3rd Black Chaos. Boom. Playset. Done. Black Chaos is good. This deck can be built. This deck can be great, can be amazing. All we need now, and there's another Thea Realize, another card I needed, so there. So we're 1 away from the playset of that one. I'm getting distracted because all the good pulls are coming out. But no, like, what was it? Stores are, there's a standard Witness. There we go. Witness of the Ancient. There's the regular one. As you guys can see, the card art looks cool, but the full art, 100% better. 100% better on that one. So definitely needed a regular copy of that one. So that's a good hit for that. But you know, I see like a lot of brick and mortar stores, like your Targets, your Walmarts. You're like, you know, well, GameStop doesn't count because GameStop is already GameStop is known as GameScalp at this point in time, because GameStop hold on to dear life and hold on for life support, which I give them credit. They're surviving longer than I anticipated that they would. Whisker Blitzkrieg took you long enough to pop up as well. You know, they hopped into the TCG market, which the pro to that is there's more places you can buy TCG products. You can buy Pokemon stuff from there. The con is that they sell stuff above market price, which is the part that's stupid, because, you know, the point of purchasing from a GameStop is that they should have a dedicated Pokemon company distributor to get stuff for the low, and they probably do, but they just go like, hey, we want to try to stop the scalpers too. And it's just like, yes, but so their version of stopping scalpers is charging above scalper prices. So who knows how long the whole thing will last. And they partnered with PSA to do the PSA grading stuff, and now that's kind of falling apart because PSA is becoming a shit show. Another copy of Witness, nice. But the big box stores are also trimming down on their physical game catalog. Like, I went to Target the other day and they just didn't have much. They didn't have much in the physical game category. And regardless, I don't know if it's just because it's just not selling well, they're just not ordering or whatever. It's just like, when those sections start dying out too, that's a sign. Like, we can sit back and have this argument on who's telling the truth and who's lying all day till the cows come home, but when the retailers themselves stop carrying the product too, well before, because this has been going on like all year, that they've been like dwindling down their physical game section, just like they pretty much got rid of DVDs and movies unless it's like a new release. Like, the writing was on the wall, because it means people weren't buying physical copies in store or buying them in store to ship to store. Finally, another Starlight. All right, let's actually enjoy the Starlight. So I'm like, hey, another one. Took it long enough. And woo, when we hit. Oh, when we hit. Black Chaos Starlight. This is actually a Starlight where I was hoping to kind of pull this or a Pot of Sloth. Oh yeah, no, we hit. And this card actually looks really centered too. I'm actually kind of surprised. This looks really gradable. I mean, this card's not gonna be worth much, but in terms of grading purposes, but 4 Black Chaoses. We got the play set and we got a Starlight rare Black Chaos. Oh yeah. Nah, that's a hit. That's a hit right there. We're excited. So second Starlight, finally. I'm like, oh, we got another one finally. And then comes a Guardian. But yeah. Back to what I was saying as I keep going off a tangent. Now I need a sip of water because these hot lights are under me are killing me. But like I said, like, the writing's on the wall. Like I said, if they're dwindling out, if they're getting rid of their inventory and all that other stuff, that means they were already seeing that the people were buying games more digitally than physically. And so, like, I'm inclined to believe them. Like, call me foolish, call me silly, call me dumb. I believe them. Is the number probably as high as what they claim it is? Probably not, but I think the number is aggressive enough to the point where it's just like, you guys are in a really big minority, and we can either keep making you guys happy, which is great, and lose money, or we can just do what the easy thing and make as much money as humanly possible. There's a second E4. I forgot about that card. I'm like, I need a playset of those. I'm like, dude, there's so many cards we haven't seen yet. In this case, I'm just like, dude, we have not seen a lot of things. I'm just like, there's stuff in here that is like, I'm surprised I have yet to see and not see, and all that other fun stuff. I'm over here bumping into my camera a lot. I'm gonna try to shift it a little bit so that way, because these packs are finally coming down. So, like I said, my argument to the whole physical thing is that I think that gamers should, from here on out, at least for the next year, exclusively buy their games physically. That's what I think they should do. I think, like, you know, you should pre-order your games from GameStop physically, or Best Buy or Target or all the other, you know, your actual brick and mortar store retailers. Buy them brand new, buy them physical, and make that physical to digital split number significantly lower. The best way to tell Sony that, hey, I want my physical discs. I think that's what we should do as a community. I mean, everybody else, a lot of people have, well, that's a history thing. People think they know how to boycott, and a lot of them don't. A lot of times, like, people just think a boycott is just simply, oh, just don't do this and don't do that. And it's like, that's part of it, but you also have to have demands and all that stuff. And we have a demand, but it kind of goes in the whole thing of just like, what you're doing in the boycott isn't. There you, oh my goodness gracious. Number one card I needed was Elf Nope June Pride, and the first time I'm freaking seeing it. Bottom half of the box. This is 100% one of the cards I needed. I'm like, of all the cards in the set, that's the one I need. Like, the rest of them, I need them because I want to play those other decks and learn them. But like, that card, I need. Up, and there's another Starlight. Okay, well, let's not screw the pooch on this one. This was Starlight number 3. Okay. So survey says Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. Okay, so we can pull Chaos Magical Hats, Black Chaos, and Uriah. So that's our 3rd Starlight. Cool. So yes, I think we're supposed to get one more Starlight potentially, unless we're supposed to get more. I've seen other cases have more, so we'll see how that goes on that side. Angelica Denier. So, but yeah, that's just my thought on it. Like, people are just like, oh, I'm gonna cancel my PS Plus membership, and I'm just like, okay, you can do that, but I mean, I don't know. I don't see, like, unless like everybody in the community does it, but that also means that they're not playing their games, which also could kind of tell you that, you know, they really don't care about, like, there's so many arguments to it that goes to a point. It's like, why cancel your PS Plus and stop playing games online and playing with your friends? And then some people will go like, oh, I'll just play on my PC or play on other platforms. I'm like, then you don't care, because PC gamers don't have physical copies anymore anyway. They haven't had physical copies since like 2012. Since the dawn of broadband internet came, where we actually had fast enough speeds to actually upload and download stuff, we haven't had physical copies in the PC realm. Whisker, Blitzkrieg, there's a second copy of that. But yeah, like, there haven't been physical copies of PC games in decades. So like, that's nothing new to the PC market. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, this is the identity of a console that they have physical copies. I said, well, let's do both. And a lot of people do both. I'm one of those people that does both. I do physical and digital based on convenience. Like I said, for the games I just want to conveniently have, I'll buy it digitally, so that way me and I'd be Friction can share. And then for the games that I really love, like my favorite franchise games, stuff like that, then I will do those. There you are, Farah the Primordial Goddess. Another card I was looking for. This card's pretty. This is probably one of the prettiest cards in the set. I will give it credit for that. Like, this card is very, very pretty. And it's pretty nasty because it revives itself when you send it to the grave by a spell effect. And then it snatch steals one of your opponent's strongest monsters. So card is quite potent and dangerous. Really nice card. Celtic Mystic. And then, yeah, so like I said, I'm a mixed gamer, so I buy both. I have physical and digital. So am I that upset that physical is going away? Not really, but you know, there's another copy of Grifo, thank God. Now I'm finally seeing you. I'm just like, where's Grifo? I should at least see one Grifo. Each box has 4 ultra rares in it, and there's only, what is it? 20 ultra rares in the set, if memory serves me correctly? I said I should at least see 2 copies of Grifo. At the very minimum, I should at least see like 2 copies of each. At least in the ultra territory, I should at least see 2 copies of each ultra rare in the set. So now I'm finally starting to see them because they were all at the bottom of the pile. Spreading them out, and then there's another E4. I think that's the playset of E4. So I think I am good on E4s. I think I need to get one more to hook up Will, if memory serves me correctly. I gotta see, well, after I sort through all of these and see which ones I have and which ones I don't have and what I need and what I don't need, I'll worry about that later. I'll do that off camera. I'm not doing that on camera. Doing that on camera would be pointless. We're already at an hour. So yes, we're gonna try to continue to speed this up as much as we possibly can. Invoked. So, but yeah, like I said, I think best economic solution to this boycott is to just boycott digital. That's what I think we should do. I think that's the best outlet. So at least at that point, it's just like they can try, and they would try. Like they'll give you a discount on digital and be like, hey, there's a big sale on the digital games. You'll save 10 or 20 bucks or 20% or whatever the hell. And blah, 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 blah. And then the community just has to say, no, I'm going to pay the extra money for my physical copy. That way you can like literally tell them like, I want physical, or I at least want the option to have both. I think that's the best plan of action. Personally, that's what I'm going to do. Cause I'm just going to, but to my advantage, most of the games that I would buy, like I buy them physically anyway. So like, let's say Persona I'm buying physically. There's another Fair, nice. There's a second copy of Fair, the interest. No Pot of Sloth. I'm surprised I haven't seen another one of those. I mean, I'll take the 3 Black Chaoses. That and Pot of Sloth are the 2 most expensive secret rares. And another Hyperion Onyx, double secret. So yeah, I shuffled everything at the bottom. Shuffled everything at the bottom. I have not seen a duplicate copy of either of the ritual monsters. That's actually more surprising to me than anything else. I'm not mad at it, but the fact that I have not seen a duplicate copy of Magician of Black Chaos or Blackluster Soldier yet is kind of crazy. While I go off on my tangents, Celtic Mystic for like the 10,000 copy of that. Oh, we are fine. I'm seeing the bottom of this pile. Thank God. We are approaching an hour in, or a little over an hour in, and we're finally seeing the bottom of this space. There's a second copy. Ask and you shall receive. I haven't seen a duplicate copy of this card. Ask and you shall receive. And it's just going, just like, fine, I'm right here. Jesus. Like I said, need to see another copy of that. Phantom, I haven't seen this card. Phantom Knights of the Malevolent Scythe. I'm like, dude, I forgot that card existed. But like I said, that's my spiel with this whole Sony situation. Like I said, I think it sucks, but at the same time, I don't care that much. I really don't. It's like I said, I'm going to continue to do what I do. Like Grand Theft Auto, I have to buy digitally, which I had already planned to buy that digitally anyway, because me and IB Friction are going to game share it. Now, what would suck is if they switch to digital and then they stop game sharing. Now that's when we riot. At that point in time, I will 100% concede all of my arguments, all of my talking points and everything, and go, okay, you guys have gone too far. Because that's been always the biggest benefit of purchasing digital, that the game sharing feature, which everybody has a version of it, but like if they did that and said, hey, you can't game share anymore, oh, yeah. I'd be like, hang them up, just hang them by their toenails, get the pitchforks. We're going to town. We're gonna riot, buddy. That would be the end. That would be the true anti-consumer move to make. So, I don't know. I'm just one lonely soul that doesn't have binary thinking. Thank you, Dustin Bates, for giving me that quote, because that was a good one. He's just like, hey, he's like, everybody online with their binary thinking. I'm like, you know what? That's a great way to say it. People that can only think one or the other and can't think in between or other possible. Third copy of Garifo. Thank God. See, 3 Garifos. Even though I technically, without pulling 2, I already had 2 other Garifos, so I think Will needed one of them. Another Hyperion. I think a playset of those finally. All right, we're getting to the bottom of this. I think we're down to the 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half booster boxes left. So this will be the bottom of the case. Let's keep it cooking. Let's keep it cooking. We're gonna keep it moving. Surge Blitzkrieg, late but not great. Forgot about you. And it's funny because I'm looking at the second copy I have over here. I'm just like, oh, there's one secret rare I have yet to see. The other one I haven't seen is Pot of Sloth. Pot of Sloth I have not seen out of this case. So that's probably gonna be at least one. And watch it be the last one. That'd be the funniest thing on the planet. It's like, last secret rare you pull, Pot of Sloth. That'd be the funniest thing on the planet. Emmy Blitzkrieg. So I think I already have 3 Whiskers. The Whisker I think is the boss monster. I have 2 Surges so far, so I don't know. All right, I know I have 3 field spells because we pulled like 2 or 3 of them at the start of this. Oh no, did that card get bent a little bit? It has a nick corner. I might just have to flatten it out. So I looked at that, I said, did that corner get nicked? Or it might just look weird. It's probably a new process of a foiling on it. Makes it look worse. Alrighty. Whew, now my lights are getting thank God I brought the water bottle. And also, like I said, to the champs that are still sticking around in this video, we're an hour in. I love and appreciate any one of you that is stuck around this long and this far. I really do. As I keep doing these, eventually I will find a way to make them, to just do them faster and just more efficiently, so that way I'm not wasting time. What's probably gonna end up happening is I'm gonna start live streaming these, more than likely. That'll probably be the best thing to do, so that way we can, as a community, observe, chat, and all that other fun stuff, and then we can take breaks and all that, and blah 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 blah. Oh, there's the other Alistair. So I think that's a playset of Alistair now. Stuff that I can get rid of. And then survey says, and the clown crew. They were slowly approaching the end. At least, like I said, I smartly did this, unlike the rarity collection, because when I did a rarity collection, I don't think I mentioned this. I accidentally misplaced maybe half a booster box. Like I went down and I finished recording and I turned around and just saw a bunch of packs just sitting on my bed. I'm like, oh crap, I separated these. These are it was the first batch of packs I separated and just did not and forgot about them. So I'm like, oh great, I have 12 more packs to open, and I had already taken down the camera setup and everything, and another copy of Grifo. So there's 4 of those. And I was just like, I'm just gonna open these, and then I ended up pulling a bunch of other Starlights that I was missing. I think some Starlights and the stamps that I were missing. I still didn't get Ash, so that's one of them that I need. I think I need Ash, Zeus, and Slifer. I think those were the 3 I needed. But then I pulled Mirror Jade, the full art Mirror Jade. And kind of just put my head down because I was already shell shocked that I pulled Dragoon. I pulled Super Poly, Ultra, and Starlight Rare, and that made me really, really happy. And then I pulled Dominus Pulse, and then I was just like, the card I really wanted was Dragoon. I'm like, of all the full arts, I really want Dragoon. And then Dragoon popped up close to the end of the case, and it just made my day. And then I pulled Mirror Jade, so I'm like, I literally pulled all of the most expensive full arts in that set. There you are, Pot of Sloth. Pot of Sloth. Another one of you. A card that will be great later. Not now, but later. So that's the second copy of Pot of Sloth I have now. So we are still missing one more for play sets. And even if I don't pull it, I'll probably just buy it because the card is stupid. Well, it's not stupid cheap, but it's cheaper. That card pre-sale was $120, now down to $50. Because this is everybody calm down. Everybody got their panties out of the wad and went okay, this card is good, but it's not good now. So it's not worth buying. And it's not worth buying at that price. So it came down. And then, so yeah, it'll go back up because most pot cards do. Extravagance, and what were the other ones? Prosperity. Yeah, Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity were still the main 2 that were up there in price. And Pot of Desires too. Well, Pot of Desires when it came out. Let's say that. Pot of Desires now, well, all of them have been reprinted to the dirt, so none of them are truly that expensive. But when they came out, Prosperity was the one that cost the most for the longest period of time. Another copy of Witness. Before I start singing Katy Perry. Can I get a witness? That's actually one of my favorite Katy Perry albums. After that, she lost me. I'm just like, okay, you're making some decent music, but it's not as good as it was. Because I don't know, like maybe you're just too happy in your marriage. But she wasn't one to make music based on like drama. She just made like pop music between like some stuff about love and life and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was just like, yeah. So I don't know. Katy Perry's not. Katy Perry wasn't Taylor Swift. So, but you know, her music quality definitely did go down quite a bit after that album. I think Witness was her last really good album, and then after that, I kind of just went, "You're here." I say, "You're here. You're around." So, yeah. Yep, losing my screen again. Wonder if I can eventually get that to stop doing that, and of course. Oh, another one of those. The Shangri-Ata. Or the Shatranga. That's probably how you say it. Angelic Shatranga. Witness. Oh yes, or finally, I'm seeing the bottom of the eye. Okay, survey says X-Force, nothing crazy out of that. What I might slowly kind of work my way down the middle again and see how we go. We are getting to the end game here, which is making me very, very happy. Another copy of the Phantasmal Sacred Beast. But yeah, for the most part, I think we pulled almost everything that I wanted and or needed. Another Starlight rare, and it is the Phantom Knights of the Cloaked. Not a good one. I was just like, up Starlight, and it's like, oh no, it's not a good one. And it's that card is severely off center. That card is not centered at all. And then Montrex Hessier. That's a card. One, that's the first time I'm seeing that card in this case, and two, I didn't even know what that card is. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like, oh, Starlight rare. Nope, no, not the one we want. But you know what? We already got the Black Chaos Starlight rare, so I'll take it. Yeah, that Phantom Knight one is probably the least expensive Starlight rare out of the set, potentially. I gotta look into it. Because I know like the Sacred Beast and pretty much anything that wasn't Pot of Sloth, the Full Arts, and Black Chaos were pretty much. Grifo was up there. I think Grifo was like $75. So that'd have been a nice Starlight to get, would have been Grifo. So yeah, I gotta look at the pricing on that one. But yeah, but the Phantom Knights one, I'm pretty positive is the cheapest one out of the group. Elf No June Pride, finally a second copy of that. The Elf No card that I needed the most. Didn't see it until I got to the bottom of the damn case. And it's an ultra rare. Like, it's not even a secret rare. I'd understand if it was a secret rare. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna see maybe one of them. But Jesus Christ, it's like it was an ultra. In fact, it's the only second one I've seen. Is like, y'all short print these? And that card's like 50 cents. It's not even that much. It's not even that much. Most important synchro card in the Elf Note deck, and it's just like, I'm not here. I got so excited from pulling everything else that I forgot about that. And on top of that, like I said, I've only seen one copy. In fact, I've only pulled 2 of the rituals. Unless I pulled 2 copies of DMOD and haven't seen a second copy of BLS yet. Hilarious. I'm just like, I've only seen one. You guys are gonna give me a second one? No. And then another Zemus. So nice to see her again. I think that's only the second copy of that one I've seen. So I think at the bottom, yeah, like I said, due to just of the volume, I think we've hit the bottom of this case. We're starting to see a lot more of the higher rarity foils that weren't in here. So we're just gonna keep on cracking these things open. There's another Raviel. And we're gonna keep on cooking because we still got a bunch of packs left to open. S-Force. I was like, come on, second copy of BLS. You would be betrothed to make your appearance. So that way I didn't just see D-Mod twice. Okay, I've seen D-Mod twice. Let's see if we can see a BLS. And nope, no BLS. I'm just like, can I see a second BLS? No. He's like, please? No. Pretty please? No. I'm literally ripping this thing apart now. At this point, my thumbs are getting sore. Survey says Uriah again. All right, cool. We're at the end game now. I'm almost close to seeing the Sony logo, so I'm beginning to see the bottom pile of this, which is really, really nice. Survey says ritual to rights. Survey says Phantom Knights. Not important. Let's see. So we pulled 4 Starlight rares. Are we gonna pull any more? S-Force Mystify, so nothing from you. Crack it open. Survey says another witness. Like the 4th witness. Can I get a witness? I'm gonna make that a soundbite, even though I'm probably never gonna have to worry about seeing that card ever again after today, unless they have like a whole witness archetype coming in the next couple sets. If they do, I'll make it a soundbite. It's just like, yeah, here's like another witness card, just like Witness of the Ancients. It's just like, and then you got Witness of the Fallen or all that, or whatever you want to call it. I said, if they do that, I will make a soundbite of that Katy Perry song and use that. It's like whenever I pull a witness card, you would just hear that, you know, can I get a witness played in the back? You know what? I'm surprised I've only seen, was it 2 Annihilating? Yeah, there's a couple cards I haven't seen playsets of yet, which is kind of, I mean, I'm fine with it, but I thought I'd probably seen a 3rd Annihilating or Arcalite by now. There's another Hidden Temple, so another one of the field spells of Blitzkrieg. I'm not even keeping count of the ultra rares anymore at this point. I'm pretty positive that, I know we still have some left, but I'm pretty positive we're probably starting to hit the remaining of them at this point. I'm gonna have a cold one after this. Survey says that's Vikram. I knew somebody named Vikram. He was a cool Indian man. Of course, he was an innocent child, and then when we gave him alcohol in Europe, you know, he became not so innocent. So he was a child. He was just a baby. That was my guy, though. He was good people. But he definitely could not hold his liquor. It's like, he was a child, but he couldn't hold liquor. 3rd copy of Theory Realized. I think that's the 3rd copy of that one. So, nice. Definitely need Theory Realized cards. Because the next deck I gotta learn is, what is it? Power Patrons, Pure Power Patrons. That's the next deck I have to learn. Yeah, because I'm finally getting the hang of the Power Patreons and Elf Notes, just the 2 of them. So I kind of want to learn how to play with the rest of them at this point. So I will learn to play with them. And also, I think it's speculative that that deck is probably going to be really, it's either really good and nobody realizes it yet, or it will be even better than what it is. And yeah. Martyr, the Sacred Beast. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit more biases to this right side because I'm trying to see I think there's only like 3 packs on that side left, so I'm watching the piles slowly come down as we go. Another more Trix, whatever the hell that thing is. I'll say that thing. That sounds thingy. Pulling up, and then another E4. I think that's the 4th E4, so I think Will might be satisfied because I think he said he needed 1 more E4. So. But then not only just that, I forgot, I still have, I still have 50 blister packs I have to open. There's 2 more booster boxes, and then we have to do a blister versus booster. I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh yeah, I won't see these cards again for a while. I'm gonna see them again this week. The things I do for expensive cardboard. I'm enjoying myself though. This is nice. It's nice seeing certain things and seeing all the different cards and rarities. Another martyr. Yeah, I think we're getting closer to the 2 booster box territory now. Phantom Knights, don't care. Once again, I can see almost the entirety of the Millennium Puzzle. That means we're getting to the very end of this. We're hitting the home stretch. Melfi Rabbits, I almost didn't see that. I'm like, this pack not have a foil in it? So now Melfi Rabbits was just so pale. Adorable little pink bunnies. Oh, there's another full art. Okay, there's a third full art. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Alrighty, what is the third full art? Is it BLS? Is it the Sacred Beast, or is it Phasma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the next full art is Farah. Another beautiful full art card. Farah, the Primordial Goddess. This is not the right color sleeve for you. I will fix that in the future, but you're just going into a sleeve right now. That is 3 full arts. Oh, and like I said, okay. Let me put the other 2. Let me get the other 2 out real quick. This is my favorite because this is the most badass looking one in terms of the art styles. But these 2 look so angelic and cool in full arts. It's not like, both of these look fantastic. So not hate. This is my favorite, but both of these still look amazing. Konami, you really did a good job caving. Maybe I wouldn't even call it caving. Going with the flow and going, you know what? All these other TCGs have full art cards and these other high rarities, and we need to step our game up. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our own full arts, and you guys knocked it out the park. I think Sam's only complaint is, and I hear Sam's criticism is that if you're gonna do the ultra rare full arts, then, but I'm kind of glad they do the ultra rares, at least for the sake of the cases, because you see them more frequently than you will the Starlight rares. But considering the fact that the full arts do come in Starlight as well, like if you're gonna do the ultra ones, then make sure that they're 1 per box, so that way every booster box has a full art in it. Instead of doing them like maybe 1 every 3 boxes or whatever it is, because right now that's sitting at like 1 every, no, right now it's sitting at 1 every 4. So yeah, that's kind of how that's sitting at right now. Yeah, it's 1 in every 4 because I pulled 3 and there's 12 boxes. So yeah, so it's 1 in 4. Yeah, in that sense, but you know, I think for the core sets, I think this, and it might be different for the other sets. Another Alistair. Because how did Rarity do it? Rarity, I pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Rarity. I pulled 4 Ultras, so I did 1 in every 3, and then the Starlight, which I think the Starlight was 1 in every 2. Was 1 in every 2 cases. So for Rarity, that's how they did that. I don't know how they did it for the Battle of Legends set, but they also had a bunch of full arts. It wasn't just like, they had like, oh, another Starlight rare. Let's see what this Starlight is. Survey says Surge Blitzkrieg. Nice. Nice addition to you on that one. So like I say, all the Starlights are at the bottom, other than the sprinkle that came up a little bit. But that makes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th one. That's 5 Starlights. So they definitely give us more Starlights because of the full arts, which I'm not mad at. But yeah, the other sets had, what is it, like 20 full arts, while these only have 5. So in that sense, I mean, if you're only gonna do 5 cards that are full arts, then I get it. If you're gonna do Azamata, if you're gonna do 20 of them, then you need to put them 1 in every booster box. At that point, that'll be my argument to that. If you're gonna have that many full arts in a set, you need to put one, at least for the Ultra. Oh, there's another Starlight. And what is this one? Crackle. Where's Pop? Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Sorry. I was like, oh, it's a Crackle. So that's 6. Yeah, like if you were gonna do it that way, then yeah, that's kind of how I would kind of hope to see it in that sense. But yeah, if you're only gonna do 5 in a core set, if you're only gonna do 5 in a set, then you know doing them 1 in every 4 makes a little bit more sense in the long run. So we'll see. Like I said, if as long as it stays only a handful of full arts in each set, then that will work out fine. Angelique. Desir, the a-hole one. Realistically speaking, the Angeliques, if you can get all 3 of them in the spell trap zone, just tell your opponent to hang it up. It's like, bro, you better have a board breaker, because if you don't, you're screwed. And that's just the best way to say it. It's like, you better have a board breaker, because if you don't have something that can blow the spell and traps, but wait, but then Bastion stops you from destroying them. I forgot. The Rook stops you from destroying the other ones. The Rook with the field spell stops you from destroying any other Angelique card. So yeah, I think you have to like banish it or something like that. You have to do something funky with it. So yeah, but nah, if you get Shagrada, Desir, and Bastion out all at the same time, just tell your opponent to hang it up. And they don't have anything that can get rid of it or negate them. Just tell your opponent to hang it up, because they're limited to 5 monster effects, and then for every card they play, they take 500 damage. So you're down to 16 effects. This is like you can play 16. You can do 16 things before you die. Stop me. That's basically what that game turned into at that point. Is like you can do 16 things. Stop me. Another Shagrada. So play set of those. Don't even need a playset of them. It's a good floodgate though. Your opponent's only allowed to activate up to 5 monster effects. Pretty devastating. Whew, okay, we are at the end game, children. Thank God. And I did cut some time from this. This pack doesn't want to open. Does it have something good in it? Yeah, SADR. Are you the God pack? Nope. You're the disappointing pack. You're just the pack that just is like, here is like, you know what, I'm just gonna disappoint you. Like I said, we did shave some time. This video will not be 2 hours. It'll be close to 2 hours, but it won't be 2 hours. Thank God. We will work on speeding up the process more in the future. And I think really, well, it's also because I started off slow and picked it up after the fact. So we'll fix that for the next time. I don't even know when the next case opening is going to be, because I was hoping to order a case of Magnificent Monsters, but that's not going to happen. The pre-orders aren't selling out of it, so my problem with buying that, I want to buy a lot of it because I want to I want to try to get a Grandmaster, but scalpers are, I'm sorry, like the places that are doing pre-orders, the retailers, and even Hobbyville's doing this. Hobbyville's selling it for like 55 bucks a box, and the retail of it is 35. You're selling it for double the MSRP because you know it's in demand and all that other stuff, and so you're treating it like Pokemon at that point. And I'm like, I just don't even want to bother. I think GameStop, another Zanetta, GameStop is selling them for like $100 a box. And I'm looking at them like, you guys have lost your fucking minds. So, who knows? If I can get them at a reasonable price, I will get a lot of them. I don't know what my local's gonna look like. My locals is probably gonna charge $40 a box for them, which is fine with me. I'm okay with that. There's another pot of sloth. Hey, got a playset. Playset of sloth. We're cooking. We're good over here. I think I've gotten everything I needed. I'm pretty sure that's everything I needed. Like, I got a playset of sloths. We still haven't seen another BLS. You saw one BLS. Come on, there's got to be one more BLS in here. Come on now, just for the funsies. There's got to be one more BLS in these last 20 packs. Come on, let's see. All right, let's see if we can pull a BLS. One, come on. Martyr. But yeah, but no, GameStop was selling it for $100. Like they had it on the website for $100. I'm like, you guys lost your mind. And they're doing the same thing with Pokemon. Pokemon is the 30th anniversary thing. They're like selling them for quadruple the price. People are pre-ordering them, and it's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, a booster bundle is $90. It's a $25 booster bundle. All because they want to sell it for the price that the market will go for. Like they know the market is going to go and charge you out the ass for them, and so they're just beating you to the punch. The only advantage is that they're guaranteeing inventory. That's really the thing. It's just like, oh, we're gonna another Grifo. Yeah, it's nice. I think there's 5 Grifos finally. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, we're charging you scalper prices, but we're at least we're guaranteeing product. So like the pro is like, well, you'll get it. The con is you're gonna pay for it. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I don't believe in purchasing from scalpers. I think no one should. That's my stance on it. I would rather wait till Pokemon reprints it to the dirt and all that stuff. I know Yu-Gi-Oh's not going to, because they're gonna have the serialized cards in Magnificent Monsters. So that's just gonna get eaten up by collectors at this point. I've kind of just I'm accepting that. But I don't know. I just don't like the idea that retailers are just taking advantage, knowing that it's an in-demand item, and to guarantee, like they know people will buy it. That's really what it comes down to, and I hate it. But we will see. Let's see. You would have thought that like a retailer would sit back and says, "Hey, you have this agreement. You can purchase it you're purchasing it in bulk and can get it for the low, so that way you always making a profit." Do not Surge Blitzkrieg. There's a 3rd copy of Surge. I might have the entire Blitzkrieg engine too while I'm at it. Well, I'm missing Crackle. I don't think I pulled a Crackle, or if I did, only pulled one outside of the Starlight. I gotta double check that, because I don't remember what rarity Crackle was. I don't recall seeing it in here either. Oh, I see one in here. So yeah, Crackle's a secret. So I'm two Crackle shy of a playset of that, which is okay. But where's BLS? It's like, come on, BLS. Like, come on. He's like, you can do it. You can show yourself. Vikram. Alrighty, last, what is it, 12 packs? So it's half a booster box. This is Vikram. This shit is funny as hell. Haman. Thanks for coming. Come on, BLS. BLS. At least let there be one more BLS in here. That's all I'm asking. Like, we have 2, well, technically we have 3 DMOX, but 1 BLS. So can we get one more BLS? Celtic Mystic. Come on. Can we see one more? Can we see one more? Another Angelic Shagrada, so another one of those. Nice. Yeah, I see the Sony. We're at the end. We're at the end game now. Vikram again. Vikram! Vikram! All right, last like 6 or 7 packs. Rags, nice, okay. Well, at least I know I have a playset of those. I do need them, so it's like for Ritual Light and Dark, they are needed. Another Alistair. It's still not deep, still not BLS. I said, still not BLS. I was like, come on, BLS. Come on, BLS. Nope, another Invoked. BLS. BLS, last 5 or 6 packs. There might be one more Starlight. There might be. Another Black Kit. Hey, I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at that. That, you know what? If I don't see another BLS, I ain't gonna be too disappointed. I said, we saw another Black Chaos. I am not mad at that one. Alrighty. Come on, last couple of minutes. Let's see. Can we see one more BLS? Another Theory Realize. And definitely a playset of that. That's fine. Last 3 packs. We're at the end game, children. Angeliki Despiatier. Nice on that one. Second to last pack. Alrighty, survey says Whisker. So yeah, that's almost a play. So I think the only one I don't have is Crackle. I don't have a playset of Crackles. That was the only thing we didn't see over there, so which is fine. Last pack Magic. And it is a Mind Shuffle. Okay. Whew. That was a case. So the heavy hitters. Let me go ahead and get these cycled out. In the Starlight, I think the heavy hitters are definitely going to be these. Well, this is the heavy hitter. So Black Chaos. And then the 2 Blitzcretes are probably the next 2 up. I know Uri was like 30 bucks. This is probably around 30 bucks. And this is probably around 30. So these 3 are the bottom 3. And these 3 are the top 3. So heavy hitters out of the Starlight rares. All this shine and glossy. It's so pretty. I'm sorry. I love it. And then, of course, the 3 full arts. DMOC, Witness, and, of course, Farah. It would have been nice to get BLS. BLS would have been nice just to have the pair. But you know what? I'm not too upset. Of the 5 full arts, we got 3 of them. I mean, the only 2 we didn't get is BLS and Phantasmal. So that's fine. Then for the secrets, oof, boo buddy, I got a lot of them. Okay, we got 1. As I kind of sort through these. Where's Alistair? We got 2 Pot of Sloths, which is nice. A playset of Alistairs. There's a Second Surge. Hyperion, 2 Ferris. 2 of those. Black Chaoses. Another Alistair. There's a Crackle. Another one of you. Another one of you. Another one of you. And then, okay. Okay, so we got 3 Exions. 2 Pot of Sloths. We did get 1 BLS. 2 DMOCs. I'm just going to call it DMOC for short. It looks like 4 Black Chaoses. So nice on that one. So we got the playset that I needed. And then an extra one. 3 Chaotic Sacred Beasts. 4 of the Alistairs. 1 Crackle, 2 Surges. And then 2 Farahs of the Phantasmal Guardians. Very, very nice out of that one. And then I'm not going to go through all the Ultras because there's a lot more of them. There's like 40 something of them. But we pretty much got almost all of them that we needed out of that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the case. We did really, really well. No Starlight Overframe. So I'm going to make the assumption that the Starlight Overframe is one in every 2 cases. It might be 1 in every 3 or 4, but definitely 1 in every other case. I'm going to at least say that since we did not get a Starlight Overframe out of here. But I did get an Overframe that I really, really wanted. It would have been nice to get BLS. I might pull BLS because I still have another booster box and I still have all the blister packs. So we'll see if we can pull BLS out of that one. It might be pull a second copy of the actual normal Secret Rare BLS out of there too. We'll see that a whole thing goes. But thank you guys for watching. I know it's been a long video. I just kept it under 2 hours this time. So I tried to get it below. I tried to not be 2 hours again. I came close. Working on it next time. We'll probably live stream the next case opening potentially. Either that or I'll just start blowing through them, considering the fact that you guys have already seen most of these cards to begin with by the time we get to a case opening. But that'll be determined on the next case we get to. I don't think I'm going to do a case for Beyond the Brave just yet. I don't know. I can order one, but I also don't know if that case is going to be worth me getting or not. We will see. If you guys really, 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 really want to see a case opening for that one, please let me know in the comments, because the more of you that say you want to see it in the comments, the more likely I am to do it. But then on top of that, when I do some more research on what that set's going to include, it'll probably end up, if it's a lot of good stuff that I'm going to want, then I'll probably end up getting the case anyway. But that's not until October, because I think that comes out the first week of October, since Monsters comes out the end of August. So they might slide in a deck builder set in between that, or they might just leave the break, because they might be treating Magnificent Monsters like a deck builder set at the same time. So that's probably how they're doing it, because they're also doing the World Championship packs during Worlds. So we'll see how that whole thing goes on that side. So, but anyway, I've ranted enough. This video's been long enough. Next video will be the 50 blister pack opening, followed by blister versus boosters. So we'll probably be on the lookout for that for Friday and Saturday. So thank you guys. King Zeph. It's no time to explain. Till next time, I'm tired. I know you guys are tired. Enjoy the rest of your day. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.